Sigilis stands quietly, deep in thought. At last she meets your eye. I am moved by Galatana's story, Floresita, for in it I see something of myself reflected. Well, do I know the price of obsession, the cost of single-mindedness? Well, do I know the price of obsession, the cost of single-mindedness? This Umbari woman knew nothing of elves. Would it surprise her to recognize that part of her in some of my people, or in Sigalith of Lorien herself? I cannot forget this woman, and will not. She named herself Cruel Dancer, and it was a name well chosen, for hers was a dance with death, and such cannot last forever. Sigalith draws her sword. My blade has found its name, Floresita. It shall be Boglitter, that is Cruel Dancer, in Cinderian, and it shall remind me of she who participated in the death dance and at last succumbed. She remains with me now. Sigalith she's the Boglitter and nods once more at the grave. Then she turns to you. Hamalik will want to know what we learned beneath the city. It is time to return to Dar Laha. Okay, that's cool. She named her blade after her. That's pretty cool. Return to... Okay. So... Oh, it's not. Oh, that's the meeting hall. Okay. Dar Laha. Okay. So maybe in chapter 10 we go after Tathatha then. Maybe. See if I could get into the city. Where's the road to get into the city now? Where am I at? Here? The road's up here. Let me see. What is this? Amphitheater. It's the best. Well, here. So I want to go that way. There it is. Oh, let's just jump down here. Yeah, there's no horse near here, so we'll just ride south. I think I want to go up here. I am just jittering. I don't know why. Okay. Oopsie. Alright. Go!
A number of unusual folk were looking for you. I trust they were friends of yours?
Yes, some elves, a dwarf, and a few others I deemed travelers from Gondor. Yes, they were friends of mine. They asked if I had seen you of late, and when I told them you often have business with the meeting hall of Dar Laha, they gave me a message to pass on to you. Jaith rests his weapon against one shoulder while he tries to remember the message. Yes, I recall the words, fear not. They said they have engaged the service of a merchant vessel and plan to return to their own lands, but they wish to bid you farewell before they depart. They asked for me to send you on to them in the sail haven, by the beacon gate on the west side of the city. They assured me they would not leave you until you spoke with them. But the honor of my station begs that you will not delay. Yes, because we have saved Thorngil, so I think they consider that done. So find your friends, crew from the beacon gate on the west side of Umbari. Okay. All right, where's that? Yeah, just the west gate right here. So we can go. Well, we're still here. Okay. Different roads, yeah. One, return to Hamalak. Oh! Okay, that was the wrong one. Okay. We're still at 9.8. In the main hall of Darlaha. So we have to enter. Sorry, I thought we had to talk to this guy. Okay, my bad. All right. Let me see. There he is. Armalek eyes you carefully as you approach the dais, her expression unreadable.
You have returned safely from Umbar?
Of course! Did you discover the reason for kinswoman Tathatha's disappearance? You tell Harmalek what transpired in the hidden chambers within Kamrabazur. But then you begin to describe the ferocity of the great bear. She raises a hand. Not here, Florisita. Few alone know the secret of Tathatha's, and the meeting hall is not the place to speak of it. We have a more pressing concern to discuss now. We have opened the coffer containing the names of those suggested to join the leadership of the kindred, and one name has appeared more than any other.
One name was suggested more than any other to replace the missing members of the kindred.
And that name.
Name was your own.
Yay! Woohoo! Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get that leadership and let's have that power and let's lead the people. Yeah. We'll be Florisita, master of the coins. Yes, let's do it. Well, we'll see. The folk of Umbar have noticed your efforts on their behalf, it seems. That is not enough, but it is more than nothing. I do not know if you are the right person to join us, Florisita. Know that there would be tests and trials to ensure you are worthy of such an honor, as there were for the rest of us. I promise you nothing. The city will face many challenges in the weeks ahead. Speak to the other leaders of the kindred of the coins here in Darlaha, and they may well ask for your assistance. Prove you act for Umbar, and you may receive their blessings. Okay. Alright. Let's see what they want. Let's see. Here's Coltech.
You grow more impressive by the day. Must I keep an eye upon you from now on?
Koltek chuckles to himself, apparently amused by a secret joke. Such power must be wielded with care, my friend, or you ask losing it. Many others have learned this lesson too late. I encourage you to learn it early. Okay. Talk to Rothog is here. Your name. If the people of the city continue to speak of you with such praise, I may have to order you to the arena. Rothog smiles, an unpleasant sight. Invite. I may have to invite you to the arena. Sure. I would do well, I think. Just kidding. Anyway.
Yes?
I was surprised to hear your name read aloud so often when they opened the coffer, Florisita. The people of the city have taken notice of your efforts on their behalf. Take pride in it, but know that the responsibility can prove a heavy burden. Bellander sighs wearily. We will have many demands upon our time in the weeks ahead. How will we decide what can be done and what must be done? I hope you will help me sort our way through these issues. Alright, where's J. Jax? There he is.
I am amused, honored, and a little upset with you.
You should have told me you planned to plant your name many times in the suggestions coffer. I do not know how you accomplished this feat, but I am impressed you were able to do it. Still, it was my idea, and I should be the one who joins the kindred of the coins, not you. Imagine the power I might wield as part of that august body. I am better suited for the post than you are, and we both know it. Well, we will see if they allow you to join at all. I suspect they will not, for as much as the people of the city seem to like you, I have seen the way each member of the kindred looks at you, and there is distrust behind every pair of eyes. Mark my words, Floricita, they may speak friendly words, but in their hearts they cannot see you truly as a friend. There is too much bloodshed between Umbar and Gondor for that, no matter what Surgan or the others may believe. Jajax has always seen and spoken the truth. Doubt him at your peril.
You have done well for us today.
Okay.
There can be no doubt.
But let us see how you fare in the weeks ahead before we think over much of the future. But Tathatha, it seems, may have reason to wish you ill, and your continued work alongside the kindred means she may wish to do us harm as well, and that cannot be permitted. Go now to the guard outside Darlaha and tell him that she is not to be allowed to pass. Armlet carefully adjusts her bracelets. Few know of Tathatha's true strength, for she has kept it hidden from all but her dearest friends. Let us keep that knowledge to ourselves for now, Floricita, unless she gives us a reason not to do so. Yes, I count myself among Tathatha's friends. Does that surprise you? But warn Jaith outside the meeting hall that Tabitha is not to be underestimated. The events of the past few days may have given her reason to suspect even her friends of betrayal, and if she tries to attack the meeting hall, it will be his duty to stand before her. Okay? Will do.
I should prevent kinswoman Tavata from entering Thalaja.
Has she thrown in with the traitors then? I cannot believe it. I will do what I can if she makes a threatening appearance, but I must warn you that she has always had the fiercest countenance and possesses great strength to match. If she wants to get inside, there may be little we guardsmen could do to prevent it, but still we will do our best. As you bid farewell to Jaith, you fear he is right. If Tabitha demands entrance, there are few in Umbar Maribel who could stand against her. Okay, so now we find our friends and crew. Let me see where that is at. Do that as maybe a white. Ah, over here by the west gate, that's right. Okay, let's do that real quick, and then I'll end the video, I think. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Let me see, there's not really a horse near, oh, there's that horse. Yeah, let's do that. Let's find that horse. I think I go this way. Yeah. Actually, I want to go up this way. Let me see. And we'll go to the west gate. Let me see here. Yep. There they are. The crew of the Wave Hunter and others of your friends make ready to leave the city. I'm gonna miss you guys!
There you are.
I was not certain the guard posted at the meeting hall would give you our message in time, but it seems he proved worthy. I am surprised still, I welcome it. Has my mood been lightened by our success? How could it not? The purpose that brought us to these shores has been satisfied. My son Thorngil has been rescued from the clutches of the Kindred of the Coins, and we must go now to the green hills of Pennath Gallon. My husband, Carandolian, will be pleased to see his son's safe return and his wife's triumph. Yes, I say triumph, though my vengeance be incomplete and those responsible for the hurts done to my family remain unpunished. The elf warrior Sigalith advised me to set aside my desire for vengeance, and while I refused to do so forever, I told her I would not delay returning my son to his home to achieve it. But that was not all. I enlisted her promise not to forget the injustices done to my family, and if she has the opportunity to make hated Nikaski pay for them, she will do so. I have only known Siglith for a short time, but I believe she will do as I have requested. It is only this that allows me to leave behind the city and its treacherous rulers. Okay? We are leaving Floricita, and it is just as well. Ever since Azagast Sea Shadow and Nakasi Wave Reaper fled from the Citadel of the Winds, I have been itching to return home and tell Orcalis and all my friends about the adventures I have had since coming here. They will not believe me, but perhaps when you come back to Peneth Galen, you will tell them it is all true. They will be astounded. My mother refuses to tell me much about what befell your own ship when it ran aground upon the Shield Isles as you journeyed to Umbar, but I overheard the captain of the vessel we are taking back to Gondor discussing the voyage ahead. He believes the currents and the winds will be favorable, and the journey should not take very long or be dangerous. That is a shame. I imagine being shipwrecked can be pretty exciting, and I would like to see for myself just once. Yeah, no, don't do that. Talk to Nimrodal, okay?
It is
It,
time for me to return to the caves of the Arboretum in Velpalas.
but I have made a decision. I will bring my people from the cavern that has been their home, and we will no longer mourn, but rejoice in the light of the sun and the feel of the breeze. Nimrodal smiles gently at you. Perhaps by the time we arrive, I will be ready to do this, my friend. It is one thing to speak it, and another to see it done, but that is the wish of my heart. Lothloriel will help me in this. I am certain of it. A number of your friends have agreed to escort me home, Floricita. I hope you will forgive my taking them from you. Salute or wave at your assembled friends. All right, hold on. All right. I send them off with a proud salute.
Queen Arwen and King Elisar would never forgive us if we allowed any harm to befall Nimrodel during her journey.
during her journey back to her home. I volunteered at once to accompany her, and Eladin and Elor also wished to do their part. To my surprise, Gimli has also asked to come along, and I am glad of it, but his reasoning is clouded to me. He wants to hear from Nimrodel about the caves in which her people dwell, for some project upon which he wishes to set his mind. The thinking of dwarves is beyond me, Florisita, but I am happy for his company all the same.
I do not know why Legolas is so surprised.
I wish to accompany him as he escorts the elf Nimrodel back to her home. I have been moved by what she has shared of her story, and it brings to my mind some of the greatest love stories ever told among the dwarves of Durin's folk. Beautiful tales, lovely and sad. Gimli coughs and sputters, but when he has recovered, he continues gruffly. Legolas and I vowed to travel with each other to see places dear to each of us. For me, the glittering caves, and for he, the forest of Fangorn. Then to compare the relative beauty of each. I should fear to let him out of my sight, lest he forget his promise. Gimli looks down at his boots and speaks more quietly. But of course I would feel more at ease if Nimrodel was protected by the axe of a hale dwarf warrior. She reminds me of the Lady Galadriel, and I would see no harm come to her.
Oh, I am not leaving with them. I feel that I still have work to do here.
And I would appreciate your continued help. Together, I hope we might ease the tensions between Gondor and Umbar and further the cause of peace between King Elisar and the kindred of the coins.
We will begin today, if you are willing.
When you have bid farewell to the crew... Sorry, everyone. When you have bid farewell to the crew of the Wave Hunter and your other friends, there is something I must ask of you. Bellador desires to meet with the two of us in the Citadel of Winds, the better to discuss our next course of action. Okay?
Your friends will be safe on their journey back to Gondor. I doubt it not.
It is my belief and my sister's that we remain closer to danger than they. We have achieved a tenuous peace with those who rule in Umbar for now, but we should not forget that the kindred of the coins may have secret purposes of its own. Azagath kept the evil in his heart, hidden from those with whom he ruled the city. Might the members of the kindred who remain act similarly? Siglith and I have decided to stay here in Umbar and help you in the days to come. But heed our words now. Remain cautious when you speak with the kindred of the coins. The gravest threat among their number may have fled the city, but I believe those who remain could still pose a danger to you and to Gondor. All right.
It is true. I caution Nariel against pursuing her vengeance against the kindred.
It was the lesson of cruel dancer who was once Galantana that caused me to speak such words to Nariel. If she followed the road of vengeance to its end, as did Galatana, would she ever return from it, or would the road curve and bend with retribution following her back to Peneth Galen? I do not remember the name of Nariel's husband, but if she achieves her vengeance, would it stop there, or would he be endangered? Their son, too, for whom this was done, would he be threatened anew? The lesson of Cruel Dancer inspired me to steer Nariel from this course. I have accepted the burden of vengeance upon her behalf. She has my promise that my sword, Boglitter, will seek the blood of Azagath Sea Shadow and Nakasi Wave Reaper. Okay?
Are you ready to go? Let
Let
us meet with Belondor about what awaits Gondor and Umbar in the days ahead.
Okay, we shall do that.
Belondor wishes to discuss with us what the future may hold for Gondor and for Umbar.
How many hallways and staircases must we take to arrive at our destination, Floresita? I have already lost the path back to the entrance, despite my best effort to remember it. What must the kindred say to us that they cannot say in Darlaha or the main hall of the Citadel?
This way, please. Your guests have arrived, Lady Armelak.
I am pleased the two of you accepted our invitation to meet. We have much to discuss about the days ahead, and I believe the decisions we make here today may affect the fortunes of both Umbar and Gondor. The people welcomed my kindred with glad hearts and cheered as we cast off the yoke placed upon our city by the Empire of Ordok and the heirs of Castamir. But such a change was not without cost, and the coffers of the city are at a low ebb. Hold on, everyone. I gotta go.
Mic off.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's just start over. I am pleased the two of you have accepted our invitation to meet. We have much to discuss about the days ahead, and I believe the decisions we make here today may affect the fortunes of both Umbar and Gondor. The people welcomed my kindred with glad hearts and cheered as we cast off the yoke placed upon our city by the Empire of Ordok and the heirs of Castamir. But such a change was not without cost, and the coffers of the city are at a low ebb. I have contributed much of my own fortune to the effort, but even my own great wealth cannot support the city indefinitely. War is expensive. Our wish is to spend no further, unless we must. How does Gondor feel on the matter? Does this King Alessar desire peace? You must know the Corsairs of Umbar retain ships enough to make him suffer for any war he begins anew. Okay.
King Elisar desires peace. I know it will be so.
Peace may be the friend of cowards. You must respect the might of Umbar.
Are not some battles won or lost before they are ever fought, Rothog?
What? No?
Guardsman, I must ask that you leave us.
Are you certain, my lady? These outsiders may try to harm you.
With Rothog here, I do not think we need worry.
Very well, my lords and lady.
I can take him on.
Now there are fewer ears to hear what you have to say, Armelak. I must once again voice my dissent. These are kindred matters.
Your objection is noted, Holtec. Before we discuss our next move, we must speak of the past.
The Empire of Ordak and his Church of the All-Seeing held Umbar in the grip of fear while the heirs of Castamir carried out their commands. But that fear was founded upon terror of the Dark Lord and his powerful servants. Here, let me increase the font. When the great quake sundered his land of Mordor and caused the collapse of his temple, we who watched and waited knew our time had come. The number of our conspiracy was few, but we believed the people would join us when they witnessed the vulnerability of the Empire, and how near the heirs of Castamir were to defeat. When no vengeful wrath emerged from the ruins of the temple, we swept towards us from Mordor. When no vengeful wrath emerged from the ruins of the temple, or swept towards us from Mordor, the people knew Umbar could be theirs again. With the fleet from the south, as a gas sea shadow swept into the Gulf of Umbar. It was poorly defended now, with much of its power gone to the coast of Gondor, captured or burned. The Umbari rose up in open revolt, thus beginning the Sea Stone Mutiny. Those of the heirs who resisted were either slain without mercy, others either lacked courage or possessed wisdom and fled. Some of these were Saklepel, the widow of Balagor the Scourge, and a number of her personal guards. It is believed she hides now among the Shield Isles and seeks to retake the city and her husband's rule, but she has not the numbers. Not all of the heirs were slain or escaped. Before he could take command of a ship and flee the sail haven, our forces captured Balakid, the 20-year-old son of Balakor. We held him here in the Citadel of Winds in this tower room and counted him a valuable hostage.
Why have you not ransomed the son of Balakor to his mother Saklephael? Would that not end the threat posed by the heirs of Castamere?
That was the idea.
Mere weeks ago, Balakad disappeared.
Only members of the Kindred of the Coins knew the identity of the man we kept in this room, Florisita. Even the guards did not know. They were told he was awaiting execution for crimes against the city. Their loyalty to the Kindred cannot be questioned. One day Balakad was safely imprisoned, and as he had been for months. And then one day he was not. If the guards can be trusted, how did Balakad leave this tower room without being seen? Belander shakes his head. The problem is more difficult than that, for the Citadel of Wind stands upon an island. Could he escape onto one of the ships and flee that way? It is hard to imagine, but neither could he walk past the many guards posted on the island and then across the bridge back to the city without being seen. He is not the only person who seems to have disappeared that day. One of Azagoth's servants, a water carrier by the name of Saduk, cannot be found. Did he help Balagad to escape? And if so, where might he have hidden the son of Balakir now? It beggars belief that such an important figure for the Heirsworn can remain hidden for so long.
It may be happenstance. Umbar can be a dangerous place.
I don't trust this guy.
Said anything about Umbar Mok.
Where else might Balakad have vanished from sight?
Saduk served Azogoth. It may be he spirited Balakad out of the city, and now seeks to rejoin his master.
Azagoth hid his true nature from us. None suspected his true allegiance lay with Sauron, and now he seeks to follow the map he took from the Makda Corbo to some unknown end. I say we cannot know his purpose in this, but can there be any doubt that such a map can lead only to sorrow for the people of Umbar Barabel? There was a time when Nakasi Wave Reaper would not have followed Azagith on such an adventure, but I deem her mind is now clouded by the grief and rage that swirls within her breast. If the map taken by the two of them leads to some weapon of evil, you can say for certainly that it would not be used first against Umbar and then Gondor.
A small company must prevent Azagoth and Nikasi from finding the evil they seek. Who will volunteer for this adventure?
I will.
My business with the traitor Azagoth is still undone. I will accompany you, old friend. What say you? We could use your courage and your skill on this adventure.
Are you with me, Florisita? You assure Sergen that you will stand with him on this adventure, and he smiles broadly. I did not doubt it for a moment, my friend. I dare say the elves will also wish to accompany us. I met each of them only days or weeks ago, but already I know them to be strong and capable, each in their own way, and I witnessed Sigilis' great courage when fortune ill and storm unnatural threw the wave hunter onto the rocks of the Shield Isles. Who else will accompany us?
If Harmalak believes you can manage the rule of the city without us, I will join the pursuit of Azagath.
Rothog too.
I am more than capable of it, Kingsman Coltet.
I would like to test my Corpeshes against these foes that claim to be friends.
Then the traveling company is set, and the quest is laid before you.
Much will depend upon how well you perform upon this adventure, Florisita. I have not forgotten that the people of my city think highly of you and believe you should join our kindred. Let this quest serve as your trial with Rothog, Bellander, and Koltek to serve as your judges. They will assess your performance and how you conduct yourself on behalf of our shared interests, those of Umbar and those of distant Gondor. Prevent Azagath and Nasaki from following their map to whatever evil Sauron left behind and making use of it against us. So, too, should you seek Azagath's former servant, Suduk. If he seeks to rejoin his master, he may tell you what he has done with Balakad's son Balakor the Scourge. If you can recover Balakad alive, we may be able to end the threat posed by the heirs of Castamere forever, and that will benefit not just Umbar, but Gondor as well. The lands outside the city contain perils and dangers the like of which few among you have ever faced. It will take some time to prepare the caravan that will take you out of Umbar and into the lands where your prey has vanished. Come to Dar Laha after this, and we will make such preparations as you will need. Okay. A new adventure begins, Florisita. The weight of the years has fallen from my shoulders, and I am ready to set foot upon the unknown road once again. Let us prove our mettle and that King Alessar chose his champions and his friends well and ably. Alright. Near Herod. I knew very little of these lands, Florisita, but I will not...
I know very little of these lands, but I will not turn away from the mission that awaits us.
If the capture of Azagath and Nakasi will help maintain the peace between Gondor and Umbar, I would pursue them to lands both distant and dangerous, no matter how far the chase takes me from the sea where my heart dwells or from my home and family in Lebanon.
Harmalok spoke of the need for many preparations before our traveling party could depart.
I hope it will not take too long before we are ready to leave. Every day wasted means our quarry gets further and further ahead, calling into question the success of our pursuit. Go to the meeting hall of Darlaha and urge them to hurry. You may be able to speed their preparations if you offer your assistance. Okay. Alright, and I think we will call that quits for now. Thank you all for watching. If you happen to like the video, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. We will continue on this chapter 10, Leave the City. I think this is like a prelude to, the Legacy of Morgoth, which I have not bought the expansion yet. So, but I will look into this, because I believe... It kind of sounds like the map they took, they're going to go into, like, maybe Harad, I think. That's a new area, I believe, for Legacy of Morgoth. But we will see what the chapter 10 is, and we'll see. We'll continue on next time. So thanks again. Thanks for watching, and take care.